In this video, I'm going to be unboxing and assembling this e-bike that I sourced online. A link to this bike is in the description below, so without further ado, let's get into this box. So let's take a better look in this box. You can see the seat there. You can see it's pretty well packed. So got the gears. Let's see what's up here. The stem. Alright, I'm going to pull the bike out of the box. I got a carpet laid down, and then I'm going to lay the box down on its side so I can pull the bike out. The other way is to have a friend help you and lift the bike out of the box. In one of the boxes I found the multi-tool. So this tool you can use to assemble this entire bike. So it's nice, it comes with all the hex wrenches, some sockets in here. I also keep this with me when I go for a ride just in case I need to tighten anything down. I'm going to start removing the front tire with some of these zip ties. So we got here. This box, up your standard headlight, 2-amp charger. Now this bike came specifically with 2 batteries. There's one here and then there's one mounted on top. So I'll get those out and start charging them. I recommend charging batteries outside so that they don't burn down your house. So here are the pedals. This must be the other charger. Yep. So we got that. Let's see what else we got here. This must be the sticker kit. So it's nice thing is they're the same battery, top and bottom, so that's a good thing. I'm going to go and get these charging. Alright, I got everything detached and the battery's charging. Now the frame isn't too bad, so I'm going to lift it up, hold it upside down, or someone to hold this up. Then what I'm going to do is put the front wheel on, and then I can stand it upright and add the handlebars and the accessories. They put a little axle in here. Alright, I'm using a 14mm wrench to loosen the shipping axle. That's what this rod is. One thing I noticed here is where the keys are. So what I'm going to do is clip that off. These are the battery keys. Okay, with the 5mm hex, you're going to remove these 2 screws and the one down here. So you'll simply slide that in like this. Best bet would be to put on this one loosely down at the top, or on the top of the fork. Just kind of put it on there finger tight, and then bring it up here to align with the bolts on the fork. So I have this blue Loctite. I'm just going to put a little dab on there. And then I'm going to bring this fender up like this. The fender support, I should say. Just going to loosely put that on there. And then I'm going to do the same for the other side. Now, it may not all be aligned perfectly. You can kind of bend it in place as needed once you get everything set up. Alright, the brake caliper is completely closed because I found out there's a zip tie over here that was holding that caliper closed. Now it has opened up and the wheel can slide right into place. There we go. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure there is a lock nut, but there's also this lock washer with a little tab or finger on it. And you can see that there's an indentation on the frame for that. And then what you want to do is, actually, I think I'm going to put a little bit of Loctite on that. And you want to do that on both sides of the wheel. Okay. Then simply thread that on. And then what you want to do is do the same with the other side. Flip this bike upright. Alright, now we're going to remove the rest of this packaging here. Alright, I removed the 4 6mm hex screws from the cap here for the handlebar cap. Alright, I'm bringing the handlebars up like this. I'm going to center them on the neck. Put a little bit of Loctite on these bolts. Alright, so let's remove the rest of this and see what this bike looks like. Alright, only two things left, the headlight and the pedals, two easy things. So what I'm going to do here is, these are 12mm bolts. I'm going to install them on this headlight mount. So the rubber mount go in between the bracket and the headlight housing like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one side. That down. So I'm going to put the other side. You're going to take the bolt, and then the washer, rubber washer goes in between, and align this up. Install and tighten down. Figure that out. Then right here is where you want to plug in, line the tab up, and then that sits in there. And then if you can, tuck it up behind so it's not dragging. Now, you can move the headlight up and down on the crown of the bike just by simply adjusting these and then moving it up and down as you see fit. Okay, the last thing left before installing the battery is put the pedals on. Now, I put a little anti-seize on here just in case I want to get these off. One is left, the other one's right. So this is the right one here. And what I want to do is thread this on to the other side, and you'll need a 15mm wrench to tighten them down. Reverse thread goes in there. Just give it a little tug. Then come back to the other side. Give that a little tug. Alright, we're good to go. Okay, time to install the batteries. I gotta make sure that they're off. These batteries are 48 volt, 15 amp hour. I wish they were 52 volts, but I did locate the keys. I switched them so one is on each keychain, and these should just drop right in like that. And then that locks into place. And now the lower battery drops in there. And now I'm going to lock that one into place. Now the moment of truth. Alright, I'm going to turn the battery on. And now I'm going to turn the screen on by holding the middle button. There we go. We have that full screen that's colored. It is set to kilometers per hour. I'm going to go through some of the settings, get it set up. Let's just make sure that things are operational. And the brakes do work. All right. I'm going to put some air in the tire, get these settings updated, and then go for a ride.